And life is so short.
Okay.
So country singer Jason Aldean is getting backlash for the video of his song Not in a Small Town, which critics are saying is racist. It's got lyrics, racist lyrics, and images. I said something that I feel a responsibility for not leaving unexamined because my words upset so many people, which was never my intention.
It appears Whoopi Goldberg has gotten herself into another controversy, and this time it seems like she might get sued for a lot of money, and she might end up losing everything she worked so hard for. Let's get into how Whoopi got herself into this panicky situation. So recently, country singer Jason Aldean has been making headlines amidst his Try This in a Small Town song controversy, and this news got onto The View where Goldberg and her fellow hosts slammed him.
So country singer Jason Aldean is getting backlash for the video of his song Not in a Small Town.
Whoopi claimed that the message the song was trying to put forward was questionable. She said on The View, "You just have to realize that when you make it about Black Lives Matter, people kind of say, well, are you talking about black people? What are you talking about here?" Her other co-hosts, Behar and Sunny Hostin, relentlessly slammed the song and called it deplorable and annoying, and this got a lot of backlash from fans.
Jason Aldean files defamation suit against Whoopi Goldberg and The View. "I am no racist," is what Jason Aldean had to say to that situation.
After the show, a news outlet reported that Jason plans to sue Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, and Joy Behar from The View after being called racist in the show. News publication, the Dunning-Kruger Times, published an article titled, "Jason Aldean Files Defamation Suit Against Whoopi and The View. I'm no racist." The article claimed that Aldean has filed a $40 million lawsuit as he took advice of counsel, and that Jason Aldean's attorney, Joe Barron, said that Whoopi needs to pay for her little stunt. If this turns out to be true, Whoopi would have to pay a whopping $40 million. And since all evidence against her is recorded online, she might end up having to lose a huge sum of money. And this isn't the first time she has been threatened with a lawsuit since several years back. Kyle Rittenhouse, a teen acquitted after shooting and mortally wounding 2 men while injuring another during an anti-racism protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin, had announced that he plans to sue Whoopi Goldberg. Appearing on Fox News Channel's Tucker Carlson tonight, the Illinois teen, whose incident happened during protests over the police shooting of Jacob Blake, said that he and his team had launched the Media Accountability Project to fundraise money in order to take both media companies and individuals like Whoopi to court for the lies they said about him. BET previously reported about Rittenhouse's acquittal, where he was found not guilty on all charges in the shootings that took the lives of 2 men and injured a third in Kenosha. He said, "Right now we're looking at quite a few politicians, celebrities, athletes. Whoopi Goldberg's on the list. She called me a murderer after I was acquitted by a jury of my peers. She went on to still say that, and there are others." In case you missed it, back in 2020, Goldberg, who is a co-host of ABC's The View, had said of Rittenhouse, "Even all the excuses in the world does not change the fact that 3 people got shot. 2 people were murdered. To me, it's murder." I'm sorry. Whoopi's controversies have even made her suspended from ABC's The View after she made comments that the Holocaust was not about race. News of her suspension came from ABC News president Kim Godwin. "Effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for her wrong and hurtful comments," Godwin wrote in a statement that was later posted on Twitter. "While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments." Meghan McCain also spoke out about her former The View colleague and issued her own Twitter statement. "I hate commenting on my old employer because I have moved in every way a person can move on," McCain wrote. "That being said, I am an activist against anti-Semitism, and it is a big part of my life," adding, "The growing threat is real and virulent and everywhere. I am heartbroken about what was said." BET had previously reported that, on an episode of The View, Whoopi had been insensitive to her comments during a discussion about a Tennessee school district voting to pull Art Spiegelman's Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novel Mouse, which is about the Holocaust, due to inappropriate language and nudity. "Let's be truthful about it because Holocaust isn't about race," Goldberg said. "It's not about race. It's not about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man." Goldberg then issued an apology via Twitter and press release, writing, "I'm sorry for the hurt that I have caused." She also reiterated, "The Jewish people around the world have always had my support, and that will never waver."
I said something that I feel a responsibility for not leaving unexamined because my words upset so many people, which was never my intention.
She was suspended for 2 weeks. It didn't end there, though, since she repeated her words all over again. It wasn't originally about race, Goldberg told a reporter for the UK's Sunday Times. Remember who they were killing first. They were not killing racial, they were killing physical. They were killing people they considered to be mentally defective. And then they made this decision. The reporter responded by reminding her that Nazis measured Jewish people's heads and noses in an attempt to classify them as a distinct race, but Whoopi claimed it happened to blacks also. They did that to black people too, Goldberg said, but it doesn't change the fact that you could not tell a Jew on a street. You could find me, you couldn't find them. That was the point I was making. Again, when she started getting backlash, she swiftly apologized in a statement this time, claiming that her quotes were taken out of context. Recently, while doing press in London, I was asked about my comments from earlier this year, she said. I tried to convey to the reporter what I had said and why, and attempted to recount that time. It was never my intention to appear as if I was doubling down on hurtful comments, especially after talking with and hearing people like rabbis and old and new friends weighing in. As anti-Semitism continues to rage, people were understandably upset that it didn't seem Goldberg had learned from her past mistakes. She promised in the statement that she heard everything everyone said and believes the Holocaust was indeed about race, and maintains her support for the Jewish people. She has experienced the cancel culture before, and it almost ruined Whoopi Goldberg's career, so it is not surprising that the Sister Act star hardly hides her disdain for it. The embattled star opened up about her experience with the social phenomenon in 2021 at the Edinburgh TV Festival, where she slammed cancel culture, claiming that the truth didn't seem to matter as much these days. Not only has Whoopi almost been canceled, but she also narrowly escaped an untimely retirement due to cancel culture. In an interview with Drew Barrymore, Goldberg discussed her being canceled for making fun of the president at a fundraising event, and she even recounted her losses in that period, including exhausting her savings. Listen, I got very, very lucky because I got into some trouble where I pissed off a politician and then I lost everything, really, she said. Fortunately, the late broadcast journalist Barbara Walters gave her a chance at redemption when she offered her a job on The View, where she continues with her controversial statements. Whoopi Goldberg's alleged disparaging remarks about George Bush cost her more than she bargained for. What was meant to be an innocent pun caused Whoopi to lose a lucrative endorsement gig when weight loss brand Slim Fast trimmed her from its ads. The brand dropped her amid the backlash and threats of boycott, and she had to apologize to its customers. Whoopi went on to acknowledge the dismissal while expressing her disappointment about being fired based on hearsay. In July 2015, she defended Bill Cosby amid multiple accusations of sexual assault against him, declaring the disgraced comedian innocent until proven guilty. In 2018, The Cosby Show alum was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constand, though his conviction was later overturned and he was released from prison after serving 3 years. After backlash, Goldberg changed her stance during an appearance on ABC News. "It looks bad, Bill," she told ABC's chief legal affairs anchor, Dan Abrams, addressing the disgraced actor through the camera. "Either speak up or shut up, because people know now that there's a lot more out there than they thought." She also fell into the #Oscars So White controversy after the January 2020 discourse about the Oscars severely underrepresenting people of color, where she shared her belief that the award show was not about race, using her 1991 Best Supporting Actress Oscar win as proof. She won for her role in Ghost. "The issue is not the Academy," Goldberg said on The View at the time. "Even if you fill the Academy with Black and Latino and Asian members, if there's no one on the screen to vote for, you're not going to get the outcome that you want." She added, "I won once, so it can't be that racist." Her comments brought a lot of backlash from the public, but obviously that has never stopped her. A fan on Twitter said Jason Aldean should win his lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg for defaming him and against CMT for discrimination against free speech. Another said perhaps the oddest thing about the Whoopi Goldberg controversy is the actress's choice of stage name, Goldberg. To make matters even odder, Whoopi-born Karen Johnson truly believes that she has a Jewish heritage. So what do you think of Whoopi's recent controversy? Tell us in the comments section. Remember, this video is based on speculations and opinions, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.